You're live,
What's
live with
happening, everybody?
news.
What's happening here? Breaking news. I just had to pull over my car. Uh,
Shit.
my partner here. No, this way.
Thank
Universale.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Young Ale, as we know him, called me,
Goddamn.
said,
Let's go.
turn on
Ready?
the bat signals. Doctor, park your car. Let's go. Let's talk about this. WWE and UFC have just merged into one big company. It was all purchased by the monster of entertainment that is Endeavor, um, owned by the mercurial and the controversial Ari Emanuel, which the show um, it was based on. Remember that show, Entourage? The show
Entourage.
Entourage was based on Ari Emanuel, and in a very Entourage-esque move, he has the two biggest companies of entertainment, sports entertainment, the UFC and WWE, in his pockets. What are your thoughts on this, man? That's a
Ah,
big D energy move right there. If there's any big D energy in the world of entertainment, it's owning the UFC and WWE both.
that's
Crazy.
it is goddamn crazy. Yet I'm in shock. Of course, it's still too early. I was pulling out there. Let me just pull it again. We don't know a lot about it. The news just broke later last night, and it was made official just a few minutes ago by the UFC. We can see here in his Twitter, and I read Endeavor, which is the company owned by the most powerful man in Hollywood. Yeah, let's also add that to your introduction to Ari Emanuel, right? Because it's a guy who, on top of representing the hottest Hollywood stars, with via Endeavor, his company, he also owns the NFL, certain rights, right, and certain top players from the NFL, the NHL. I was reading about it a bit ago. So it's a guy that in the world of entertainment is powerful as few, really, and
Yeah.
um, and here he is doing power moves, doing BD moves by buying the WWE, which is it's an interesting thing because of the situation that apparently the UFC, sorry, the WWE was. Because of Vince McMahon and the fact that he's had some troubles apparently lately. I don't know if that's played a role, but let's read first what the official word from the UFC is via their Twitter about 20 minutes ago. It says, this company has been on fire for the last 7 years, and now that we will be adding the WWE to the portfolio, I am excited. This is Dana speaking, allegedly. I am excited to take this to another level. Dana always superlativo Dana siempre. Vince is a savage. Vince McMahon, I guess, is a savage in the wrestling space. Ari, the owner, as we said, of Endeavor, the company that owns the UFC, is a beast at what he does. And then add what we at the UFC bring to the table, and there is no limit to what this company can accomplish in the next few years. Dana. I'm looking at Dana's eyes while he's typing this, or whomever in his PR team is typing this, but Dana's eyes are like kaching, kaching, kaching. How is in English el tío Gilito? The dog. Do you remember that the dogs that had an uncle, and the uncle was like a rich fuck?
Oh, DuckTales. Scrooge McDuck.
Scrooge McDuck. Okay, sorry, guys. I watched this in Spanish. It was El Tío Gilito for some reason in Spanish. I don't fucking know. But Scrooge McDuck. I see Dana. Dana's going through a power trip right now like no other. Huh? Don't you think, Jared? Look at him. He
Yeah,
probably is
I mean,
like,
these guys are hype. They're not. It's a word that I'm gonna. They are hyper achievers. So
mm,
when you think they have achieved the top of what they have achieved, they
mhm.
go around and make moves like this. I mean, Dana brought the slap league, which was very controversial upon itself. Dana just recently had an incident in Christmas with slapping
Oh
his
damn.
wife, and you think, man, that's it for him. He's gonna be out of the limelight, and he turned it around, and he goes around and does a move like this, which is crazy. And the only people that could pull off this type of stuff are hyperachievers. It's a guy that virtually can't be canceled. He is synonymous with the word MMA, and Dana White and MMA will forever be linked in history. So it's just if you're a real connoisseur, a real OG of combat sports, this type of move, it's kind of expected. It's like, of course they're gonna get the WWE in their pocket. It's no secret that Dana White has been very good friends with Vince McMahon for many years, and it's just Vince McMahon is getting older. Although he's still shredded, he's still a
Yeah.
healthy guy. But I think that the only person that Vince would entrust his baby with is Dana. Is one of them, one of the people that would.
And got it. I'm glad you are mentioning a little bit more about Vince McMahon because I first read the news in the regular newspapers. As I always tell you, I like objective information. So every morning I tend to glance at CNN and Fox News because usually these two outrageous, definitely not impartial publications can give you a sense on both poles of the spectrum of what the news might be. Because the truth of the matter is that from a humble position of a communication professional, finding the truth and finding unbiased information is almost impossible, especially in this day and age. Regardless, I was reading a little bit more, and I came across an article of the Athletic, which seems like a fairly reputed publication. And they are bringing up something very interesting in this article. We'll go over the details on the actual information part shortly, like how much they bought it, what are the terms, because that's surfaced already. But here's an article on the Vince McMahon thing that I think might be key on why and how the UFC has acquired this huge property, as meaning the WWE. It says here, like, the backstory is very important because McMahon retired as a chairman and CEO of the WWE last July following the discovery that he had used corporate funds to settle sexual harassment claims and used
Ooh.
non-disclosure agreements. Sounds familiar? Trumpers and Bideners out there. And no disclosure agreements. The WWE board discovered and investigated the claims, and the Wall Street Journal first reported the news publicly. It was also reported that in March,
Oh, no, Ale, give me
yeah,
a
yeah.
quick second. I'm gonna step out of the podcast real quick. I'll join right back. Let me send a quick text, okay?
All right, cool. I'm gonna
All right,
continue
all right.
giving the
Keep
people the
reading that
scoop.
news. I'll jump right back in.
All right, no problem. Okay, I'm gonna show these guys on the stream, and I'm gonna hide the doc. There you go. So, let me make it a little bigger. So here we go. All right. So as I was saying, my man retired, but here's the important information, right? It was also reported in March that McMahon paid more than 17 million to the WWE for costs from the investigation. Damn, that must have been a rough month of March for him. But McMahon was still the controlling shareholder and returned to the company in January as some board members were forced out and replaced. McMahon said he would return to facilitate the potential sale of the company, which led to a spike in the stock price. So it looks like, guys, that this has been brewing for a hot minute because I cannot scroll forward because there's a paywall and I don't have a subscription at the moment to Athletic. Maybe in the future I will. But anyway, stepping a little bit more into so it looks like this has been in the works for at least 6-7 months. If the WWE was a bit in turmoil upstairs and they were potentially willing to sell, especially my man, he's in his 70s, even though as the other was saying he's jacked, but I'm assuming the guy wants a golden retirement. So of course Dana, the Fertita brothers on the background, and of course Ari Emanuel, business shocks, they probably saw the opportunity and moved all the threads, tiki, like their the condition of business as they would, and they started getting ready to do the deal. So this deal has been probably in the works at least 6 months, if not more, because it was in March last year. So it's really a year from now. It's over a year, but maybe it was January when really things took off and sped up to for this purchase, for this merge to happen. Because let's not forget, guys, very important, it's not a merge as a merge per se, is, or at least the way they're wording it is that Jared is here, the doc is back. This is not a
Yeah.
merge per se. This is Endeavor, the owner of the UFC, buying WWE. Even though some news say merging, other news say here's us merging,
I
but other
think I
news say
think they're
buying.
just I think they're just referring to like the brand of the WWE will be merged with the UFC, and they'll
Mm,
probably a common. I'll give you an example. They'll probably take the portal, that like the UFC Fight Pass type of website that the WWE has, and have some sort of bundle deal. They'll
mm.
probably with the connection of Ari Emanuel to ESPN and Disney, they'll probably be somewhere in there as well. So you can see that there's going to be a
Ooh,
mega brand with ESPN, the WWE, and UFC. Think about it this way. This is the clip.
damn.
This is the clip.
Oh,
This
hold on, hold on,
this
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on,
purchase.
hold on, hold on. Let me make you real big, yeah. Let me make you real
Oh
big.
man,
Here you go.
I know. Is my face too big?
Okay, all right. Oh
Oh, there
shit,
you
no.
go. There you go.
Okay,
Better.
no, 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 no. Hold on. Here you go.
Yes.
Oh damn. Okay, this is the fuck. This is the clip. All right. Fuck. Guys, sorry, we are still getting with this melon fuck little streaming service we're
This is
using.
the this is the
Okay,
clip.
hit me with the
This
clippy.
this
Hit me with the clippy. Let's go.
the purchase of WWE
Uh-huh.
by WME and Ari Emanuel and the
Mm-hmm.
UFC
Yeah.
is just has many ramifications. It means that the WWE will soon have a product directly linked with ESPN, and the UFC is going to be bundled. Disney owns ESPN. So all this stuff is going to be bundled into one big sports service. ESPN, WWE, and UFC. It'll have a catchy name, and it'll be a little bit more expensive than we pay for the current service in
Mm.
like ESPN Plus. So
Yep.
that's going to create a monster. So if you invest in ESPN, make sure to get your investment dollars now, because the growth on that stock is going to be wild. So pull out
Yeah.
your checkbooks. I know the banks have problem. Pull them out.
Guys, parenthesis, we are not advice brokers and we have no power or ownership in any fucking stock. The dog is just speaking from a friend to a friend. We don't want to get
Yes.
sued. This is not FTX. Yaret, please. There has been a bunch of fucking YouTubers that were saying that FTX was the fucking panacea for money, and now they're being sued because that was a fucking scam. So, just this parenthesis. End of parenthesis. Go on.
So this is going to be a monster merger in sports entertainment. Uh, the ramifications are bigger than we think. Merch, online services, show tickets, season passes. Think about it. This is going to be the first time that you hear this. Season tickets to WWE and UFC.
Damn. You think?
Co weekend events. On Saturday you have the UFC. On Sunday or Friday you'll have WWE. Tickets 2-day events. Think of this: expos, the UFC and WWE Expo at a huge thing.
Damn.
You get tickets, meet and greets. It's gonna be wild. Athletes crossing over easier. Daniel Cormier in the WWE, he's gonna be one of the first ones to cross over. Conor McGregor. It's gonna be wild. Strap on your seatbelts. It's gonna be a wild ride, boys.
Jared, wow. And on that note, let me show the audience, because of course, people on the Twitter universe has been extra quick. And I just wanted to show you where's fucking. I saw it early, because on that note of Conor McGregor of the crossover, which is gonna be huge. By the crossover, do you think Bad Bunny is gonna be making an appearance in the MMA world? Is this something that could be on the works?
I think. Well, and then from Gonza from Twitch is telling us here in the chat that it's a prank.
Oh shit! Do you think it's the April's Fool? Look at this!
I don't
Look
think
at this!
so.
Look at
I don't
look at.
think
Speaking of fools, no, 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 no. We love Conorcito.
it's April 3.
Look at him. It's April 3, and also, guys, is on all the major media via strict directly Endeavor, the company, through their PR branch, through their
Oh, mira,
press release.
mira,
So this is what I
Gonza,
was
no te
telling
ve
you about.
nadie. Tu madre
What's that?
en el chat, no, un zángano ahí de Twitch.
Oh shit, un hater?
Sí, un besito.
Wey, mira, 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 mira. No te ve nadie, qué hijo de puta. Anyway, Conorcito, Yare, he probably was having his Photoshop guy working overnight
Yep.
to have this ready, because it was 15 hours ago. I saw there was some rumors um, in the news. I saw CNBC last night. I mean, I saw it today from last night saying that the deal was nearing, that they were giving the last touches. Probably someone spoke or leaked it somehow, but it became official early this morning around 7 a.m. EST here Eastern time on the East Coast of the United States of America. So boom, here we go. And it cannot be an April Fool because, as you pointed out, it's April 3rd today. So definitely very unlikely that this is going to be a prank. But I mean, at this point, who knows? In this world,
Yeah.
I don't know anything anymore. But we're gonna go with what we got, and what we got right now is all media, all outlets, all, I'm sure, Luke Thomas, I'm sure, Ari Al Halwani, I'm sure all these fellas are gearing up to do lives, to do breaking news special segments or whatever, talking about this. So most likely this is true, guys. Again, we don't, who the fuck holds the absolute truth here? Nobody. But for what we got, for all the information that's flooding into the internet and the media, this is real. This is happening. And Jared, you pointed at excellent, great things. You know, recapping that crazy season tickets. Very interesting what you were saying about them. Not only bundling up the products, but being smart about what days and what times to put what. That's a
Yeah.
very interesting thing, because now these were two products of entertainment slash sports, although the WWE is not really like a sport per se, although they have athletes as the main characters, or as the main driving forces in their whole show. But it's not a sport. Regardless, sports entertainment merged. These were competitors, right? I mean, I don't know much, to be honest, about the WWE, but I'm assuming the WWE used to be on the weekends. Is that right? Or when they used to, like, the
Yeah, I
big
have no
events?
clue. I have no clue. I
Okay.
don't see the WWE.
Regardless, I'm sure they had shows on Saturdays. They are now owned by the same people, so they're gonna be stacking them up smartly to try to take over different primetime slots in the weekend of TV or cable, or this time, or these days of streaming. Now, there is something that worries me a little. I don't know, Jared, if this crossed your mind. It crossed mine for sure. That I don't love too much. I understand this part, and it's necessary for the game to boost promotion, to bring over the casuals, and so forth and so on. But the whole paraphernalia, the whole, bamboozling of having loudmouth guys, of having Conor McGregor's, having Sugar Sean O'Malley's, having people calling everybody out and trying to fight and stuff outside of the octagon, is something I'm not too fond of. But again, I understand it's part of the game, so it's not the end of the world. Now, where is that gonna? I'm a little worried about whether or not that's going to be taken to the next level now that an organization like the WWE is part of the entire corporation of Endeavor that owns the UFC. Do you think this will play a role in, amping up the whole show part of the sport, Jared? Or do you think it won't
Yeah,
make a difference? What do
I
you
think
think?
that when you think about that question, you have to think about the psychological frame of mind of athletes. It's going to be some of them, maybe 10-15% of them will kind of embrace that and want to go to the WWE as well. But there's going
Ooh.
to be a big pushback also from athletes um, being resistant and saying that they're athletes and they're real athletes and they don't care about the
Mm,
WWE whatsoever, yada yada. So it's going to be a little pushback from both sides, but I think we'll see an increase. We'll see a notable increase in athletes being a
mm,
little bit more flashy and flamboyant, trying to get trying to
shit.
dip their toes, if you will, in both pools
Mm,
to get a little bit more money. I
right.
think that it makes the most sense. And remember, the WWE also has movie deals with their talent, so they do make movies. So this merger is bigger than you think. Um,
Mm.
they make movies. They have a movie studio. The WWE has a studio for making movies. That's how John Cena got his start.
Are you there?
Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. I'll be right back.
No. Okay. Something happened. Okay, guys. Well, the dog here's what happens, right? Like we, for those of you listening over there, we are not dedicated to this, to to um to the world of MMA, to the UFC, to being just commentators, smack talkers, 24/7. The dog, his name is not bogus. He's actually a freaking doctor, and he was on his way to work when I called him early this morning. So he's on the side of the road. He's probably available on his phone. He may have meetings with patients. I don't really know because we didn't speak much about it. We were like, just let's just jump on the live and talk it out. And we set it up real quick, and then we went for it. So I'm not sure. I'm hoping he's gonna return, but I really don't know. That's the fact. Let's see if he sends me any messages. In the meantime, guys, let's read a little bit more about what this merch is and entails, if you will. Okay, let me just go here. We're gonna take. I know many of you are gonna think CNN, they are whatever. Not the highest reputed media these days, but it should be okay because this is mostly informational. All right. So here we go. So the World Wrestling Entertainment is merging with Endeavor Group, the parent company of competitor UFC. Ooh, competitor. Okay, well, debatable, but I guess they are seeing it here as a competitor. Maybe because of what we were saying about both trying to take the sports and entertainment kind of slot on the weekends. The deal, and there's the dog back. Let's bring him back. Boom, Ducky Dog. Let me hide this.
No,
Okay, what happened? Everything okay over there?
I think okay. Just a patient calling.
Patience? I was telling
Patient
the guys,
calling.
Yared, that we are actually like you. Your name is not a scam. You are not a con artist. You are an actual doctor that are on duty at the moment.
Yes.
That's why you probably had a call from a patient or something to take care of because you were on your way
Oh yeah.
to work when I hit you up, and you were actually dropping your girls, right? In school, because you are not only a medallic doctor, communication power force, but you're also a proud father too. So,
A profiler. Yes, sir.
but personal shit aside, right? I was just going through. I just read the first line. I was gonna go through a little bit of the details of the deal that have surfaced. What do you think? You like to take a look to see numbers and stuff?
Yeah. Let's see some numbers.
All right, so here we go. The deal says CNN, Yared, which we are choosing to have it as a trusted source. We'll go to Fox News or whatever the fuck we should go later if it's needed. But in essence, information here. The deal values the newly combined company at over 21 billion. The UFC is worth 12.1 billion, which, by the way, we didn't know this. There were a lot of rumors about the deal with ESPN, that they were very smart overpricing it because the valuation was way under of what the ESPN paid, and I think it was what 5-6 billion, and they said it was 2 point something billion. So I guess now they are saying that the UFC is worth 12.1 billion. Obviously, it doesn't give details, and the WWE is valued at 9.3 billion. Endeavor shareholders will own 51% of the newly combined company, while WWE shareholders are getting 49%. Okay. Right off the bat, yeah, the numbers inflated as F or what?
I think that's it's. Those numbers are right. I think what we'll see in all those articles, we'll see evaluation of the product. Um, that is going to be astronomical with great numbers, but
Mm.
there's a word that is very important in this deal. It's called synergy, and it's the sum of two things having a greater value than its sum. And I think that when you put both of these things together, the WWE and the UFC, the potential of synergy and having a greater product at the end it's limitless. So we're gonna see even more.
There
When
you
we
go.
circle back to this clip, a year, 2 years from now,
Yeah.
we're going to see that the valuation is going to be probably, double the sum of the current valuation of both companies. So you can circle back to this clip
There
for
you
that.
go.
But
There you go.
yeah, it's crazy. I think it's great for the sport. Vince McMahon will be out of Vince McMahon will be absolutely out of the picture, except for some appearances here and there. We'll see Dana White be more prominent in the broadcast,
Ooh.
maybe, and we'll see,
Get
people
it.
like DC Daniel Cormier being involved more.
Really? So do you think Cormier's
Cormier
physique
is a
still can
wrestling tech.
hold up?
Cormier, yeah, he just had an interview with Brock Lesnar recently
Oh, I saw
uh,
that.
in ESPN. So I think DC is going to be one of the first to cross over.
Yeah,
Um, in
got it.
terms of broadcast, in terms of talent
Ah,
in the desk,
oh,
but
I thought you meant hit in the ring
no.
in the
We'll see.
WWE.
We'll probably see Conor McGregor do that type of stuff,
Any of
and it,
the
yeah,
Colby?
yeah,
I see
people
Colby.
like that.
I see Sugar. That's
Sean
right.
O'Malley, maybe he's a little bit of a flamboyant guy. That's fun.
Yeah.
So, but we'll
Colby.
see that. But I
Colby
think
again. Got it.
the important point to come across here is that the valuation of these companies are going to be monstrous. The products that they're going to put out there are going to be phenomenal and gigantic. So
Mm.
it's
There you go. There you go.
we better
Let us.
start learning the names of the wrestlers because we got to add
Okay.
that shit here too.
Right. Yikes. Got it. Yike it
Oh
is.
my goodness.
Fuck no. But anyway, let's see what the quote from Ari Emanuel is here, right? And I quote again, Ari Emanuel, owner, CEO of Endeavor, the company that owns the UFC and now that owns the WWE. This is a rare opportunity to create a global live sports and entertainment pure play built for where the industry is headed. Okay, what is the industry headed? Like total concentration of everything on the hands of few. That
Yeah,
Anyway,
basically.
I don't want to get too combatant, so I'm going to continue. Said Ari Emanuel, CEO of Endeavor, in a statement. Emmanuel, a Hollywood powerhouse agent, will be the CEO of the new company and retain his chief executive title at the agency. Vince McMahon, and now they go on the other part. Vince McMahon will retain his current WWE title of executive chairman as at the new company, which doesn't yet have name. Okay, that sounds like they're gonna have him as a front. Okay, he said in a statement that the new company will be well positioned to maximize the value of our combined media rights. Ooh, juicy on what you were saying, Yared, about
I
scatter their
told
product
you.
throughout the weekends.
I told you.
He also said the new company could expand by pursuing other mergers and acquisitions. Damn, what are they gonna what is there left to further bolster
Combate
our
Global for the Latin American
fuck yeah.
leagues in Brazil, in
Damn.
Europe.
Ares
Um,
FC, the French that are doing pretty well.
yeah,
Maybe the
boxing is
maybe
next.
hmm.
Boxing is next, so they'll probably acquire Golden Boy or one of these
Damn,
promoters.
got it.
Matchroom. Eddie Hearn
No, no,
is
no.
a close friend. Listen, we'll say it here. This is my prediction.
Hold on. Let me make
Matchroom
it bigger.
Boxing Promotions. They'll probably
Yeah.
the Zone. They'll probably own a big boxing company. Sufa Boxing didn't take off. Dana wants
He
boxing
tried
under
it.
his belt.
Ooh.
Dana's gonna get
His first
boxing.
love.
If he got WWE, he's gonna get boxing. Period. There's absolutely nothing
Yeah.
nobody can do. Dana White will
Damn.
go after the biggest boxing promoting company. I believe that right now is the Zone.
Mm,
And it has a streaming. It has streaming. It has a library of fights.
mm,
It has great fights already. So they want
mm,
that stable of online library,
mm.
and they'll get it. They have Canelo, which is
Damn.
the biggest star, the
Mm.
Zone. So they'll get the next acquisition, and this is the prediction here. This is the clip. The next acquisition of
Guys,
WME, Ari Emanuel, and Dana White will be the Zone. This is the best
damn.
place you'll hear that. They'll go after that.
Guys, okay, fellas, this is just a prediction. The dog, we got him in the morning. He's well coffeed and well rested. So, of course, he's dropping bombs left and right. We'll see what happens, guys. We'll see what happens. But the prediction is there. You know, there's a prediction. It could happen, it could not happen. But the dog is set. The dog is clear. He says, we got MMA. Now we get WWE. Boxing, get ready because we are coming after you. Is that
Yeah,
right? Damn.
I have to step up because I got to get back on the road to see a
All right.
patient. But you stay on the broadcast, put a bow on it, and we'll do the Spanish one in a bit.
All right. Well, there you go, Doc. You're great. I'm gonna wrap it up. Please save lives, cure people. We'll see you soon. Okay.
All right.
Okay, guys. So that was Mr. Yared Vazquez, aka the Octagon Doctor. He is a hardworking actual doctor, so he's got to go to work. I also should be doing something with my life at this point, so I'm gonna wrap it up. Thank you so much to whomever was connecting. We'll do some clips. We'll get some more information out there. We just want to do a quick live going over this honestly quite crazy news that came up this morning that were brewing overnight and that now seem to be official. The WWE is no longer a family company, a family company. It is now part of Endeavor. It is part. It is now forever until they sell it linked to the UFC. Is more than ever Hollywood because it'll be led by the most powerful person in the entertainment industry in Hollywood, Ari Emanuel. And we'll see, guys. I'm sure there is a myriad news, myriad announcements, and um, actions. Different. There's gonna be a lot of movement in the industry of sports and entertainment. We'll be following it. Please stay tuned. We, of course, there is a huge fight coming up this weekend. On Saturday, we have the Pereira Adesanya 2. It'll be Miami. We've got a couple of surprises for that. So stay tuned. We'll do more lives. We'll do more content. We love you all. I'm going to paraphrase our dear Octagon Doctor. We love you. Os queremos con cojones. As he says, if you don't know what that is, just Google it up. And we'll see you guys soon. Young Ale out. We'll talk soon. Ciao, ciao.